Miss Cassidy, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
We were married for several years, and he adopted my son from my first marriage, which meant my first husband relinquished all rights. And he doesn't want to take care of the child anymore, now that we're divorced.
Okay, sir, is there a reason you don't want to take care of your son?
Well, he's not my son.
Well, yes, he is. You adopted him.
In a courtroom charged with tension, Miss Cassidy confronts the man who once vowed to love her child as his own. But now that the marriage has ended, he's denying the boy entirely. Legally adopted, emotionally abandoned. Can a signature erase fatherhood? This case is just beginning, and the courtroom isn't buying his excuse.
So you didn't really love the child at all, your son? Because he is your son, just so we're clear. You're not going to be able to say things like, it's not my child. You adopted this child legally. This is your child.
Well, he's not blood. He's her son. He's not my blood son. He's a redhead.
What does that have to do with anything, the color of his hair?
Kids.
What does the color of his hair have to do with anything?
I just always hated redheaded kids.
Okay.
How did the judge cuts through the lies like a blade. Blood or not, this boy is a son. But instead of stepping up, he throws shade over something as shallow as hair color. Redhead or not, is that enough to deny a child a father's love? The courtroom won't tolerate shallow excuses. It's about to get personal.
How did the two of you meet?
Well, I had been divorced several years, and I'm a farmer. And so
yes, he's a farmer.
Ma'am, I will give you your opportunity to speak in just a moment, okay? Go ahead, sir.
So my friends took me out to a club. I call them mammary clinics. Took me out to a mammary clinic for my birthday, and that's where I met her. And she strapped it to me, and I fell in love with her that night. And
you fell in love enough to adopt her son?
To marry her, because I thought I was in love with her.
Okay.
He says he fell in love the first night they met, swept off his feet at a club. But did that love extend to the little boy who came with her? Or was it all a blur of romance and regret? Love sparked quickly, but did fatherhood come too soon?
And so we got married, and she coaxed me into adopting her kid.
Okay, you adopted the child, and you're here today because she wants you to
pay child support.
Pay child support and take care of your child.
He's more of a ballerina than he is a boy.
What do you mean by a ballerina?
I don't want that kid.
With cruelty in his voice, he mocks the child, calls him a ballerina. His disdain cuts deep. But this isn't just a child he's criticizing. It's the boy he agreed to raise. Is masculinity really his excuse for abandonment? The judge is about to call him out for what really matters.
Sir, you adopted this child.
Well, let his own father adopt him back.
Wait a minute. His father terminated his rights, and you adopted this child.
Well, she can talk to somebody
I'm not about to play this game with you, sir. Mr. Cassidy, we're not doing that today, okay? This is your child. You legally adopted the child, and you can be legally responsible for paying child support as well.
Trying to dodge responsibility. He suggests the biological father step back in, but the law doesn't bend to regret. He signed the papers. He made the promise. And now, he's being held accountable, whether he likes it or not. He's learning fast. Fatherhood isn't optional.
As well.
Well, his first dad gave up his rights. How come I can't give up my rights?
Well, you know what? We're not doing that today. Today, you're going to take care of this child, okay?
Okay, what?
And you're not going to give him up because he's a redhead. No.
He don't fish.
Sir, Mr. Cassidy, how much money do you make a year?
Approximately 83.
83,000. And ma'am, now I'm to you. What does this mean, farmer?
I'd rather not go into detail.
He pleads for the same escape the biological father took, but the judge shuts it down. You don't get to quit parenting because of hair color. And when he says he's not redhead anymore, the courtroom holds its breath. This case isn't about genetics. It's about justice.
$83,000 a year. And sir, you said, how many other children do you have?
I have two.
Two, okay. So you have 3 kids
They're
total.
not redheaded either.
Sir, the color of their hair should not affect whether or not you decide to be a father to those children versus your adopted son. You understand?
I understand.
Okay, well, as long as you understand. I have your gross, yes ma'am.
I've dyed the little boy's hair now, so he...
What color is his hair now, ma'am?
His hair is the same color of his now.
$83,000 a year, and still trying to dodge responsibility? The judge isn't here for nonsense. Whether your kids are redheads, blondes, or brunettes, they deserve your support, and that includes the one you chose. He's backed into a corner, and the numbers don't lie.
And you all are aware that the color of this child's hair doesn't matter in terms of the financial responsibility, right?
I understand that, but he doesn't, so I'm just trying to make it to where he likes his son.
You know what? It is ridiculous she even had to dye the child's hair to even make you receive any type of comfort, sir. That's ridiculous.
She dyed the child's hair just to get this man to see him, to accept him, to love him. But the court isn't fooled, and neither is the audience. Hair color doesn't define fatherhood. Actions do. The judge is done with the excuses, and she's about to lay it all out.
Now, at $83,000 a year, I have your gross at $6,916.67.
Wow.
Who carries health insurance for this child?
I do.
How much is it for the child only?
$230 a month.
$230. Okay, sir, you're going to reimburse that to her monthly? Yes, you are. And your net comes out to $5,482.88.
Oh.
Yes. Oh. What? Do we need to call an ambulance? You okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe an ambulance might help me.
Okay.
He makes nearly $7,000 a month, but acts like support is a luxury. The judge breaks it down, dollar by dollar. Farming might be hard work, but so is raising a child alone. And today, the balance is due. The numbers hit harder than any words ever could.
Well, right now I'm getting ready to help you with these numbers, okay? Giving you credit for the other children that you have. Your child support obligation is $808.72 plus the health insurance reimbursement of $230 a month. That makes your monthly obligation $1,038.72.
Okay, that's gonna run
okay,
me
and you can afford it. It's $83. You make $83,000, sir.
Well, there's a lot of overhead for farming.
Well, you know what? Dye your hair red.
Well, that's not going to help me pay my bills. That's not going to help me feed my cattle.
Well, you know what? You might want to choose some different alternatives.
There's no escape now. $1,038.72 a month. That's the final number. He jokes about overhead and cats. But the judge isn't laughing. Parenthood doesn't come with refund policy, and he's finally facing the cost. He can't dye away his debt, and the court just made it official.
Is there anything further here?
Yes, the last year that he hasn't paid, can he pay the back pay as well?
You know what? That is a great question. Are you asking for back pay today, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, unfortunately, you did not put that in your paperwork that you filed with the court requesting that. So unfortunately, if you did not ask previously, I can't award it to you.
Okay.
So monthly obligation, listen.
Judge, there's another option.
You don't need all of that.
If he wants to come back and remarry me, we can do that. Then he won't have to worry about child support.
Well, I mean, that's an option.
Just when you thought justice had been served, she asked for back pay. The court listens, then denies. A technicality, a missed detail, and a lost chance. But then, a surprising offer. Remarriage to avoid the bill. Could love, or convenience, bring them back together?
I'm going back to my ex-wife.
That's an option.
I've got my other wife and kids. They're coming back. We're back together.
Just thought as long as he was going back and forth, you know.
Oh, well, I'm glad to see you.
No going back.
Well, I'm glad to see that you moved on, and I'm glad to see that you're open to that possibility. But unfortunately, this is not reunification court.
Maybe she
This is
should go
child
back to
support
the
court.
memory clinic and go to
So,
work.
well, guess what? If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Want to give that to your wife? Maybe she'll have you comb your hair.
Get out here.
With a final word, the judge reminds him, this isn't a soap opera, it's a courtroom. Whether they reunite or not, the law stands. Parenthood is a commitment, not a club memory. If this story moved you, like, comment, and subscribe. Real stories, real consequences, and maybe a reminder that love should never be conditional.